Okay, I think this worked. All right, well, Scary Kid Studios developer stream Q&A. Yeah. Don't fret. Okay, let's see. Is that on?
Not seeing it yet here.
Really?
I could be wrong.
No, there's someone high.
Oh.
I think we're there.
Cool.
Are we in or are we out? Just trying to load that internet, huh?
Yeah, rough.
Nice. Excellent connection, though. Can you guys hear and see us right now? Is that a thing? Hi. Hi. Is that a yes?
It could just be saying hello.
I know. No, yes. Yes, we can.
Excellent.
Cool.
Thanks for the confirmation.
Okay, so a quick question, you guys. How's the volume? How is the volume from the background audio to...
Good. Just
Okay.
fine.
Cool. Well, what's up, everybody?
We
It's your boy Rocket, and introduce yourself.
Hey, folks. How's it going? I'm Ryan, longtime friend and co-creator of Don't Fret. Excited to be here.
Yeah. This is super fun. So this is, I guess, the first time. This is definitely the first time we're doing something like this live. Obviously, would have loved to do this last weekend, but we were busy releasing a game and seeing all the fun content out there. So today what we're going to do is sort of, I don't know if we want to kick it off with like a Q&A, or if we want to do the Q&A like while we run through the game and play.
It might be fun to talk while we play.
Yeah, we could do that. Who here in the chat has not seen the game out of curiosity? Anybody in the chat have not seen it? Because this might not be the place you want to be if you haven't seen it. If you guys have questions, you can pop them into the Discord, or you can reply to you can reply to the tweet that I sent out on X. Me, haven't seen it. Never played it. I don't have a gaming computer. That's okay. Well, today you can go ahead and see it on our end, but we're going to be chatting through it, so, might be ruining all of it for you guys. But anyway, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So, the green bar at the bottom, by the way, is, it's not our fault. It is our fault. It's an Unreal issue, and, we did our best to get rid of it, but so it's here. But fun fact, we have a patch note coming out, or a patch update coming out on Tuesday, and that should address our green bar. Not that anybody cares about the green bar, really, but
Hopefully a few other quality of life changes as well.
yeah, we'll dive into some more of the patch notes here in just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna also pull up our Q&As that we got, and we can kind of kick things off with that. Also, shout out to Longest Solo Ever for his role as man. His role as man, and Oreo as Mara. Love this intro. And Pedro Calvo for that amazing intro. He's an awesome artist. Okay, shall we dive into some questions? What do we got first? Let's see. Okay. First one from the Laughing Burger. Were there any things you wanted to add to the demo but couldn't due to lack of time?
We could cover the entire stream with ideas from that. Many ideas that we had to cut for sure. Or do you want to? What are a few worth mentioning? I guess we could sort out like what we might think that we would put in the full game versus there are some ideas that may just not make it at all.
Yeah, ideas that we wanted to add in the full game. I mean, or for the demo. I would say like probably the biggest thing for me was like the mechanics of the AI.
Yeah.
For the missing, like we have a whole robust AI that we want to flesh out, and it just wasn't ready for the demo, but we sort of I think we made some sacrifices, and also we could have easily not put any like enemy interaction in the demo, but that would have been really boring, and it's not bad, it's fine, it's just not what it's going to be for the final game. So I think there's going to be some pretty heavy differences with that you guys will see.
Yeah, that checks out. I would say along the same lines, we at one point had hoped to have fully interactive chase scene with Tapehead in the demo, and that's something that will be a part of the game, and just couldn't get it there in time for the demo.
The also the Tapehead interaction's not quite what you might expect, for the entirety of Don't Fret. Like, I think everybody was concerned that there's not an end chase scene. It's like, well, it's not really how the game is designed, but at least people are wanting more, right?
Sure.
So yeah, okay, well, we'll just sit in the loading zone for the whole Q&A. What surprised you post demo release? Another one from Laughing Burger. I don't know, what surprised you the most?
Yeah, so I mean, we've obviously all played the game many times over, so it was really just, I don't know, surprising is the exact right word, but it was really refreshing and surprising to watch other people play. So to watch the YouTube videos of playthroughs and to watch some of you play if you streamed or shared your feedback. It was just cool to see, what people react to and don't see. I think we know there's a couple things that are maybe Easter egg-ish that some people just skipped, and that's fine, but it's fun to watch people play and get to realize how other people play the game.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, everybody who's in the stream right now, how many of you guys know about how delayed are we up there? I wonder. I just started walking. I've been here for 10 minutes, but it might not, I don't know. Anyway, how many of you guys know about the hidden interactive audio stuff throughout the game? Because we kind of addressed it, but we didn't make it very obvious.
I'm gonna make sure the stream is posted in the Discord, because it did the no views thing.
Oh yeah, because it's a different one. You mean the phone calls? No, not the phone calls. So, for instance, we have this really fun trash sound. I know it's a small thing, but I definitely spent a lot of time putting lots of sounds on little things. What up, Creepin' Gaming? This one's one of my favorites. It's really stupid.
It's pretty close. Yours is just on a delay over there.
Okay. Super unimportant, but I love that. Okay, let's see what else we got. Can you let me out of your basement? Well,
how did you get a hold of the internet?
Let's see. We got, once you got the idea for the game, how long did it take to put in production? That's a really funny question. So Ryan and I were at a bachelor party last March?
May.
Last May.
Like a year and a half ago. Which is crazy.
And we walked away from it. We're big strategy board game guys. So we used to play a lot of Risk. And we walked away from this bachelor party with the idea of making like a first person shooter strategy game. And we were pretty deep into like we were serious. We were like, let's just do it. And I called Antic Games, and I'm like, hey dude, we're doing this multiplayer shooter game. And he's like, okay, this sounds dope. And we started working on the game design document.
We had lore, we had characters, and whole,
dude, pyros
and the hydroids.
Yes, yeah. Pyros and hydroids and all these cool stuff. And we actually, the game mechanic is pretty fleshed out. Like the way that
we can still do it.
We're still gonna do it. The game. What was the name of it?
Takeover.
TM.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's still really sick. I love the idea of the tilting of the sides and stuff. It's great. Anyway.
But the turning point was we did enough research, and one day we got on a phone, and we'd both been talking to other people who'd built games before, and we were like, yeah, they said don't do it.
They immediately said, they looked at the idea, and they're like, this is sick. You guys will never be able to do this.
You need like a team of 50 people. So
yeah. And I was like, I was kind of bummed, but then I probably took, I don't know, an hour, and I was like, okay, well, it's probably true. So anyway, that was like sort of the story of the inception of this a year and a half ago, and that's why Don't Fret started. And also I was like, well, you know, my audience with Rocket Music, they don't care about strategy games. Why are they going to go play this game? So anyway, it was just all sorts of funkiness going on. So,
but then I guess the real question was, so we probably spent 2 months on that, maybe 3, and then pivoted to Don't Fret at the end of last summer, I would think, or early last fall. So the answer to your question is like it's taken about a year to get the demo into production.
Yeah, I think we actually hired our artist on Kobo in like October, so it's actually been about a year.
Yeah,
pre-production was here, all sorts of conversations going around it, but a year of actual production is here. So pretty wild. Okay. Describe the monsters we haven't seen yet.
I love that question. I think that caught both of our eyes.
Describe the monsters we haven't seen yet. I mean, we'll go upstairs and we can talk about a little bit about Meatball. I mean, she's there. There's a poster of her. So, okay, let's see. Why Fret? I mean, why this name? I mean, that's pretty obvious.
It may not be to everybody.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, he's a guitar, and guitars have frets.
Yeah. If you didn't know, guitars have frets, and they're pretty critical to the makeup of a guitar. But it also, just to really spell it out for folks, fret also kind of means like worry or be afraid or scared. And we thought it'd be a fun name because it has to do with guitars, but also being in a pretty scary survival horror situation.
Yeah. So fun fact down here.
Nice.
What?
The chat's on pacing with us.
Cool. Fun fact down here. We wanted to do there will be lots of Easter eggs in Don't Fret, and accidentally we had like a collision on this tent that's rolled up on the ground. There's a collision box on it, and so obviously you can't jump in the game, but our artist like had put this box to walk over this, and I was like, well, that's pretty neat. And so then I was like, well, what can we do? And I started walking these lines here, and so we actually had a collectible right up here, but I realized like absolutely nobody saw it. So we took that and moved it somewhere else, which, funny enough, still so many people don't know how to get up there. Does anybody in the chat know how to get up there, out of curiosity? While we're thinking on that, let's go to another question here. All right. Not sure if this has been asked yet, but will there be different endings, or will it be stuck to one fixed ending? Sounds really negative when you put it like that.
Yes.
Stuck.
Yeah.
This game's just stuck to one ending.
Wilver, do you have a preference between those two options?
I think in a perfect world we could have multiple endings. I don't know from a technical standpoint if that's something we'll spend our time doing. I don't know. The game is not fully from start to finish finished. So when we get there, we'll let you know, I guess.
Yeah, when we have an answer, we'll let you know.
Push a Hurdy box 123 says yes. You want to know what's funny about the pushing the Hurdy box is, okay, most people just don't see this sign, and I feel like it being right over here. Maybe the arrows should have been going.
Oh wow, I've never even seen that. I've never seen that sign,
dude. I feel like if the arrows were pointing the other way, people would be like, "Oh,
wait, that's great."
I mean, like, there's all sorts of things. There's the exclamation, it's yellow. There's the exclamation.
Yeah, you put a lot of thought into that.
They're also...
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that hasn't seen the sign. Thank you.
No, I think people don't look at stuff. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, we've seen everything. It's like, I don't think so. You haven't seen the sign that's sitting right there.
How long has that sign been there?
Months.
That's hilarious.
Months.
Some of you have an excuse. I don't have an excuse.
It hasn't been there for months. I put that there probably a week before we launched this. I really like this sound. Eating the cookies.
Now, did you record that? Were you actually munching?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Munch.
Nice.
So we got that. broken guitar, all sorts of silly stuff. Yeah, okay, so everybody loves this sign. Will the game ever be going to console? That depends on you guys. If the game is successful on Steam, it will definitely go to console, and that's pretty much the end of that conversation. We'd love to get this thing to consoles. Yeah. Hello, not sure this question's already asked. Do you already know when you aim to fully release the game? If yes, can we know when? It will be in 2025. And that is all I will say at the moment. It's too early to talk about these things. We just put out the demo, you guys.
We will keep you very posted along the way, though. We want to be a very interactive group, so we'll share what we're building and keep you posted so you feel like you're coming along for the journey.
Yes.
We're not just going to disappear for the next year.
No. That's actually a big, I don't know. It's an important thing to do for us as like the dev team to always be engaged and talk with you guys as much as we can. I think it might feel like, what are they doing for a while? Because I feel like we put so much time into this demo, and it's out. And actually the demo, Ryan came up this weekend and we're working on fleshing out the rest of the game mechanics and all these things. And the demo for us was like a really good, it was a needed thing to do as a team because none of us have ever put out a game before. So this was kind of like, honestly, this was like a little bit of a prologue, mini chapter 0 type thing. At one point we even considered calling it chapter 0.
Yep.
But all sorts of things from like seeing how the release process was to like marketing the demo to also optimization, which clearly has been an issue. So the first things first, on Tuesday we're going to be releasing a patch 1.1, and that is going to be pretty much an optimization patch. So we hope to address a lot of the CPU overload issues. So we learned a lot of stuff that we thought we optimized the game, and in reality there's all sorts of things on the back end that we just were not aware of. So that's just the way it goes. So I'm glad we were able to tackle that in a demo and not in a game. And 2025, that's 2 years. That is not 2 years, Super Axel.
Check your math.
Check the math.
We wouldn't do that to you.
No. What up, Chewy Cat? Chewy. Give it now or we revolt. Okay, is the conductor single? That's a great question. I don't have the answer for you on that. I'll have to ask our lead writer and see what the what the full backstory is in that department. Okay, aside from the character posters, will there be more monsters that we don't know the identity of yet?
Yes.
Yes, there are lots and lots of monsters, especially ones that you haven't seen yet. How many of you guys have ever got the conductor to say that? So we added this in the event that you were to try to leave the room and not get your conductor card, and I quite like it. So yes, lots of monsters, all sorts of fun stuff there. What else do we have? Are you gonna do something about Miss Hole's room challenge? Are you planning to modify a few aspects of it? That's a great question, Rita. So I would say just about everything that's in this demo will be modified and changed to some extent for what you see in the final game. Things will be added, moved around, changed. The progression, sequence of how things happen, it's likely not going to be entirely the same. That's not going to change the story or anything like that, but the way in which the game happens, I think, will be surprising to people and also exciting. Like, I don't want you guys to have to play an hour of a game that you already played.
Yep.
So, okay. Have we discovered all the secrets in the current version of the demo? I don't know what secrets you've found or haven't found, so I think it's a great question, but I don't know the answer to that. Chewy, when you get a chance, check your text. Don't read it out loud. Oh, boy. Wow. Dude, it's amazing, man. We'll talk after this. That's amazing. Congrats. Okay. I like the fact that we don't know all the monsters yet. Keeps it a surprise. Yes. We are 100% keeping a lot of.
We'll tease like one or two here for you, but we will definitely keep some surprises.
Yeah. Ryan actually specifically texted me like last week because I always send him updates on like all the cool new environments and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, do me a favor, don't show that one like ever."
Yeah.
Which is totally fair. I'm really bad with secrets. I think part of something that I learned, we were talking about today, but like we got to figure out a way, and maybe the community can help, is like how we're gonna market this as a community for like the rest of YouTube for it to catch on, because like you guys have seen the game, it's visually awesome. Like I think we really pride ourselves on like great sound design and sound effects and environment and atmosphere, but like we got to sell that dream to the rest of the world and the gaming community. So like while we market the full game, we really got to think about like what's going to be the it factor that draws everybody in. Like yeah, we're a guitar, but like that's not a minor plot point at all. It's a major plot point. But as you can tell, like mechanically, we're not driving in a way that relies on like a gimmick of being a guitar, and I didn't want to do that at all.
Crimson.
Hi, Crim. Okay. What other questions do we have here? Why are there so much Fret's eyes blinks in the files? Short answer is we tried to make Fret blink in the demo, and actually it works. But it got really janky sometimes, and so I made some executive decisions to just pull that. Did not look great, so we're working on some different things.
Game Engine's question.
Yeah. Okay. Who's this from? So this one's from
Something.
Oh, I know this person. They did a lot of the. I guess they changed their name to S. Okay. Was UE5 your first pick, or did you try other engines? Yes, UE5 was definitely the first pick. It's what our developer was most comfortable in. A lot of the team like that we have now, they've all been familiar with Unreal Engine. So
the big debate at the time was going backward or forward with their versions, right? And we decided to go to the future. Yeah, we're actually continuing to go to the future. There's a lot of great things that Unreal keeps updating specifically for our game. So was it 9664? Yeah, I got it. 9964. 9964. So one of the things that is interesting for anybody who knows like Unreal is like right now. So our game is built in world partition, which is not. It's a newer way to do it. A lot of open world games use like a world partition style of map building, and Unreal just launched like a beta version of a way for us to bake our lighting in world partition, which you're not able to do right now, which affects performance and all that good stuff. So moving forward, we will be able to bake our lighting, and yeah. 9964. I've got a fun Easter egg that I bet like not many people know here. This telephone sitting on the desk, if you go and interact with it. It's occurring to me that some people may not even know what that is.
Yeah, right. Fret unable to mechanically blank confirmed. Well, there's no canon to blinking just yet. But another thing that I really love about our game, and somebody pointed out last night, is the head on a swivel, and that we're a little small and it looks over stuff.
Yeah.
We got a couple places to optimize it. We got to add some different collision here because he kind of crouches under stuff. But I really like the mechanic. I think it's very unique. Okay. Let's see. The song from the demo announcement trailer that goes, "I'm floating to the end of the sea." Will that be a full song? Yes, that is a full song. I mean, it is the song. And so we'll put that on the OST when it drops here. Okay. Any monsters, characters that were scrapped and replaced?
Replaced, definitely, but I don't know about scrapped. Like, if anything, we might have swapped characters that we're going to use in the full game. I can't think of anything specific, and I don't want to give anything away.
I don't think there's anything that's been scrapped. It's always like we always rework it. So what was it like to work with popular nerdcore artists like Stupendium, LLC, etc.? They're all great. I got nothing but they're all great.
It's like the school's been running away for years.
Will there be more cameos in the full game?
Absolutely. Obviously as like someone in the nerdcore scene, and it's super important to me. It's part of like the backbone a little bit of like the initial music inspired world. We'll definitely be having many more nerdcore artists do voice acting work and get them involved. Frankly, as of now, everybody involved in the voice acting has been associated with the nerdcore community. So I'm pretty proud of that little fact. So I want to keep that going if possible. Will there be collectibles? There will absolutely be collectibles. Collectibles are... That's what we live for here. Yeah, the cassette tapes that you get in the game right now are actually... Oh yeah, that's a mechanic that didn't quite make it into the demo. So we have our jukebox in the lobby, but we weren't able to get like... We actually have a prototype of it working, and it's great, but it's not like game ready. So we scrapped it, and we just used the cassette players to be able to grab the songs and play them in the game. So kind of a lame workaround for the idea, to be honest, but like we wanted to show like, hey, we're gonna include original songs. They're gonna be collectibles. This is what we're doing. So, cool. What's up, Sky? How you doing? All right, I'm gonna head on over to Twitter also and grab some of these questions because we just
me to drive the game.
Sure. Drive on, brother. All right. Let's do some questions here. Do. What questions do we have?
She was a grade above me.
All right.
One of the stars of Harmonic Heights.
What was development like? What is development like? I think that's the better question. Development is a strenuous process that I don't wish upon anyone. It's it's fine. It's very time consuming and intensive, and I think you have to be a perfectionist a little bit, especially working on a game with things, because you're like, Presley's not that big, which is what you play in the demo, and frankly it's a pretty small part of the game. And how many times we've played in Presley and looked around and looked at every nook and cranny and made sure everything is as good as it can get for our team. Like, it is a process. So it's pretty hectic, I would say. Let's see. Before settling on a guitar, were there any other instruments considered for Fret's design? Are there any other instruments you're eager to use for other characters in the future? Yes. What was Fret's first...
Like a cello?
A cello. He was going to be a cello.
I can't remember why.
Because he was sad, and cellos are like generally like, I don't know, I associate cello with sad, melancholic music. So that was originally what Fret was, but then we like realized like, not like, I don't think cellos had frets.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
We just thought a guitar was much more recognizable and relatable too. And once we started drawing him and seeing Crim's early work, like we were like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
guitar Fret.
Well, actually, another fun fact: the design for Fret was done by Grimstein, who was one of our old artists for Rocket Music. Known her for a long time. She's from Germany. She's awesome, and she did the design.
Was the tier there right at the beginning? I can't remember.
Yeah. She did the initial designs for the Fret, and then she's done some tape head. She's done a few conductor stuff. She did the janitor. The conductor has been, I don't know, she's worked on stuff that is not in the game. But yeah, we have a lot of different people working on lots of different stuff right now. Crim is they've been promoted to our top concept artist, and they're doing a great job. So shout out to Crim. They're the best. Okay. Ooh, this is a fun one. What criticisms has the Don't Fret demo received, and how are you going to address them in the full game?
We already talked about performance issues, and I don't think that's the question. I think people want to know about game criticism.
I mean, I haven't received. I guess the only criticism I've received that outside of performance is that the missing, like the enemy engagement wasn't what they wanted it to be, and I agree.
Too hard, some people said.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually not going to be designed in the exact way that they play out in. That's the one that everybody misses.
I finally saw it. I think that's my first time seeing it. I'm not usually looking up when that happens.
So, anyway, the enemy engagements will be very different, and I think that's probably my least favorite part about the demo. Again, it's a demo, and I guess another reason for putting the demo out was to get like feedback about what people did and didn't want, and then also able to have a product that we can have to build upon and just sort of like, I don't know, see what did and didn't work. I think most of this game landed pretty well.
Yeah, some of the criticism isn't really like out loud criticism, but it's like what we listen for and we don't hear. So I think there was a bit of us wanting people to be slightly more afraid of certain scenes that we want to figure out how to tweak. Like, we don't want to scare the life out of people, but we want it to be fun and entertaining. So I think that's another piece that we're listening for.
Yeah, it's really tough making a horror game because what you think is scary, like executing that to make it scary for everybody, is really challenging. I think the easier scares to execute on are jump scares, and I think that this game obviously has quite a few jump scares. I think the most effective jump scare that continues to get the dev team also is the one outside of Mrs. Hull's classroom. But I think the harder task is to make a scary atmosphere and feeling. Like Miss Hull's room to me feels like we did a good job on making this very unique, scary thing. But it sounds like maybe that wasn't as scary as. I don't know. I don't know what the actual takeaway was.
The chat's reacting to it. We got some appreciation for the demo. There were some good scares.
Yeah, I think the nightmare mode, people really, it's hard to judge based on people's playing of it because they tense up and they kind of get quiet, and then at the end they're kind of like, oh, that was it?
Yeah.
So it's like they wanted more. They wanted that whole tape head chase scene. But I think the nightmare red zone is pretty uncomfortable. But again,
Rita, what happened to the basketball?
The basketball glitched? Oh no, that's just physics for you.
Yeah, what do we think that like it disappeared or?
I don't know. Okay. Also, feel free to ask some questions in the chat here. We'll get to those as well. We're almost done with the ones on Twitter and Discord. So if you guys have some questions, feel free. Ryan loves playing with basketball, by the way. This is probably if I watch him while he's testing stuff, it's always with the basketball.
Any of the physics objects. I like the crates too.
Key inspiration for the game. What started the whole idea? I think I've talked about this a number of times, but Don't Fret was originally like a book idea for my daughter, and then it very quickly turned into a horror game experience. But yeah, that's. I gotta like I'm gonna put that down, and I'm gonna direct people to it just on the website. You guys want to know about the Inception here? Go there. What's the story behind Left Behind by Luke Minton in the lobby? I'm going to let you guys figure that one out. Maybe pick it up on Amazon and check it out yourself. All right. If you could have added one thing to the demo, what would it have been? I think we kind of addressed that, but enemy engagement and just having that be a little bit more fleshed out. Any chance of hosting auditions for voiceovers for future updates? Probably not auditions. So I'm going to just put that one to bed. Okay, cool. Well, we can jump into just the YouTube chat for right now for the rest of this stream while we're chitting and chatting.
As soon as I get out of here, we can go look at Meatball too, I think.
We
wanted to get a preview.
I don't think so the original idea for Miss Hull, I'll wait. I remember making all the camera stuff for this, and I was like, originally, you had complete control, and Fret was walking around. People all think that he gets up on the desk, also, which
Yeah, but can we talk about that and see people's reactions? I'm
yeah.
curious.
Did you guys feel like you were also getting up on the desk? Is that what the consensus was? Because I didn't really realize because we were doing so many cinematic cuts, but this one in particular was like, I get why you'd feel it because you're just kind of panning out. Why did Fret go on the desk? Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyway, when I was making this cinematic, the camera, I was taking like pages out of the movie Hereditary, and when he slams his head on the desk, they move the camera with it, then I was like, okay, this is way more impactful when the camera is going with it, and that's kind of what spawned the like cinematic scene for Miss Hole, instead of like you having control there. I didn't feel like Fret was on the desk. I mean, I didn't either. So, but a lot of people say that they do. The guy on the TV is so punchable. Does anybody know who the guy on the TV is a parody of? You guys are probably a little bit too young, but I'm curious if anybody knows.
Unconscious. Just sleeping.
She's just napping. Maybe a little bit of a concussion. I wonder who the organist is. Oh, look at that. Me too. This guy is completely punchable. Billy Mays, Frankinator Gaming.
There it is.
Yes. There's a pretty fun little Easter egg on his shirt. It's a rocket symbol. I also do the voice of infomercial guy, is what his name is. Bob.
Probably why you want to punch it.
It's Bob. Oh, go. Oh, you didn't. I was gonna say.
What?
Look at the poster there, to the right. No, the one to the right. The one to the right. Turn around. Yeah, that. So this poster, this is the one you probably haven't seen, right? So when you fail it 3 times, this goes up and helps you out. Because a lot of people were getting confused and mad about the puzzle being too hard, which I don't know. It feels like it's not, but I've also seen it a million times. But so that's sort of what we did there. I like the movement. What role will Miss Hole, Jay, and Meatball play? Well, I can't tell you that, but I can tell you that they have roles.
They do have roles.
Should I re-ask my question on Discord so I don't put it multiple times? Well, what's your question? Hold on. Let's see. Scroll up over there. I'm gonna have to tab out. From Sky. Sky says, keep going up. Oh, just post your question again, Sky. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, sorry guys, if we haven't answered your question, just post it again because we're on the other window. So. I thought it was easy, especially with the colors. Well, so did I. Will Fret die? It's a great question. Guess you'll have to play the whole game to find out. Thanks for the shout out on X when I bought a copy of Left Behind. Oh, absolutely. That's pretty rad. Luke was really excited about the fact that somebody bought the book. Definitely keeping that in. I have a Nick Carter trading card
In that
in the game.
is in the
I haven't
binder?
no. I haven't put it in yet, but I have it ready to go. Several times during the missing chase, I thought if Fret just had a shotgun, things would have turned into Doom. But not for the worst.
I guess if you asked about things that have been scrapped, like, yeah, we joke about guns. I don't think guns are going to make it into the game.
Yeah, there's a few reasons we won't put any guns in the game.
Do you want to talk about this?
Nah. Oh, Meatball. Yeah, we could talk about that. So I don't know if anybody caught this, but the ground, I love this. It obviously looks like blood, but you take a take a peek at it, and it's just spaghetti meatballs, which I love. Hilarious idea. But yeah, Meatball. Let's go to that poster. This is one of the first character designs that was made for the game. And this was back I think maybe back October. I had Michael doing the artwork for some of this stuff, and nobody had seen who she was, and she's not in the demo. She's got she's kind of a character that's a little bit later in the game, but she's one of the first characters, and she's got, I don't know if you guys have seen this, picked up on it, but kick pedals on a drum are beating her eyes into just a pulp, like a meatball. So it's amazing. Yeah. Okay. Oh no.
This is here, isn't
Sarah asked, not Sarah, Sky asked a question. Oh yeah. Sky asked a question and I lost it again. Oh, there it is. Well, what's some good advice for people wanting to make video games? If there's anything you wish you knew when you started. Okay, Sky. I guess my answer would be don't do it.
I was gonna shout that out too.
No. I think the reality is everywhere online tells you not to make a game. Do not make your first game a big, giant project. That's rule number 1. We did not listen to that. Rule number 2, don't do your artwork. Don't get your artwork and start with your visuals and level. Don't do that stuff first. Build all of your blocking out first and get your sort of prototypes working. We did it all simultaneously, and I would say it caused more problems than it did help. But at the same time,
because you cycle,
you go in and out. You're like, I want this, I want that, and you're figuring out the game mechanics while you're building this level. But for me, I'm a super hardcore visual learner, and I couldn't even fathom what mechanics we even wanted without seeing the world. Denver. So yeah, we did it totally backwards, and I think everywhere online tells you not to do it that way. And I would agree, not best. It's not a good best practice, but we're making it work. Will Tapehead have Sigma Riz? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what that means. I can come up with a few interpretations, but I don't.
The conductor's got more Sigma Riz than Tapehead.
Will there be ant-good characters, non-evil NPCs? There will be a mix of, yeah.
We'll definitely have what we consider neutral, where either the storyline will define if they're good or bad, or it's up to you, or
yeah,
they're not necessarily evil, but they're not necessarily helpful, so there'll be a range.
Or we'll just, we'll give you a saw, and you can decide, if you want to cut their head off or not. You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Oh,
whoa.
Oh, I knew that was coming, and that scared me. And actually, I looked up, and it looked like Santa Claus to me from my peripherals. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Another question: was Tapehead in the box like the conductor is? Mr. Blaze Ghost. I can't go into detail, but I'll let you, do the math. Let's see. What's your favorite character? And the character you worked on the most time?
The Missing?
I don't know. Favorite character? The Missing's not my favorite character.
No, worked on the most, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Hey,
favorite character? Hey, there he is. Gotta get you something other than baseball cards. So.
Yeah. Not a big baseball card guy.
What?
Stoops.
I don't know. I mean, my favorite character design that's in the game. I mean, Jay's pretty sick too. Honestly, you don't really see him, and people have hacked the game, so you can see him. But he's got a great design.
I would say, yeah, that's my answer for you. I think one of the people I see you get most excited about is the Mr. Janitor.
Yeah. I mean, he's sick. Let's see. Does Fred have a sweetheart or not? Yes. Fred's got a sweetheart. What's your favorite detail in the game? Character, scene, room, Easter egg, etc. What's yours?
Favorite,
like
in demo or in
in demo or in full game? Is that fair?
What's the question? I mean, I can only give away so much.
Character, scene, room, Easter egg. If it's out of demo scope, maybe to give like a hint.
Oh, Rita, that's not blood. That's talent, my friend. Is that a spoiler?
It's not a spoiler, but I didn't say that. If you go and look at the talent poster in the hallway, it gives a little bit of an indication that, and also if you look at that scene, there's a canister that's broken there, so it's not a secret. But favorite scene, character, scene, room. I'm gonna say, I'll keep it to the demo because there's just too much stuff. Honestly, you're looking at it. This is probably one of my favorite scenes in the demo. It's pretty gnarly. Yeah. Yeah, Rita, no, it's not blood. It's not blood. Let's see, when will the Don't Fret bookmark come out to go along with my copy of Left Behind? That's a great question. The merch store is going to be filled with all sorts of random items. You want your bookmark? We got it. You got a book completely unrelated to this game? You got it. No, Rita, it is not blood. Go have another look. Let's see. Since I brought it up earlier, are you going to someday show Ava and Killian this game? Ava has seen a lot of this game. She's actually scared of it, so she doesn't look at it anymore. And so is Killian. He stands on my lap and like jumps up and down and watches me. He's not so scared of it right now. Oh, go look at the talent.
Poster?
Yeah.
I was gonna use the silver coins before we go with the missing two. Where is it?
What is what? The
Where's
talent?
the talent poster?
It's back there by the mirror.
Rita.
There we go. See? Hard to tell, but it's got red stuff in there. It's got red stuff. Will there be a animal-like character? I will just say yes. Absolutely. That's why I started panicking the first time I played. Oh, well, you can panic no more. There's no blood. Let's see. I would love Fret plushies, honestly. I think everybody would love Fret plushies. I think we need to
in the game or in real life?
I think real life.
Yeah.
I think we gotta drop the full game before we can start getting away with making plushies though. We might get roasted for that.
Red is no good in this game, that's true. Red generally signals
Bad.
not great stuff.
Red's bad.
Anyone know what number to call?
How about 7110? Because I bet you most people don't. Actually, who here wants 7110 or they want stun? What?
911.
I thought about putting in a 911.
That'd be the reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Take my money for a Fret plushie.
Jenny? We're going to call Jenny? There he is.
867-5309. Sound effects guy, what's up?
Jenny, you got my number?
Oh.
I didn't know you were that old.
Ooh, I wonder if anyone spotted the 2 Nerdcore Easter eggs in that group picture in the hallway. We can go back to there in just a second, but before we do, hold on.
Now.
Let's see, I gotta go, but I'm glad I was able to catch a stream. I'll be buying merch as soon as I can. Super excited. See you, Sky. Thanks for hopping in. I guess nobody cares, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do the 7110? Try to break it, or?
Hello, Miss Stone of the Foundation. How can I help? Wait, I don't recognize this number. Who is this? Where did you get this number? Listen to me, you little brat. We're tracking you right now. You
I'm with
shouldn't
you.
have called in from. Wait, Harmonic Heights. We'll be there in just a moment.
Nice. That was Kathy Chan, for people who didn't know. Can we do our reload animation? Because I love it. So sick. I was a stickler for that, the fact that like it didn't hit the ground, didn't come out, but I really like how stylized the reload is at this point. Like I imagined him like Fret coming up and actually doing it, but then I was just like, well, that's just hands in your face, and it's just kind of like taken away from the whole thing, right?
What else can I use this on?
That the payphone.
Just another phone.
Yeah, more calls. But you're young at heart, Sean. Agreed. Another question, was Tapehead in the box like Conductor is? I think you've asked that question before, and I cannot answer that. But there are good context clues around. It's animal character feral. I don't know what that means.
Saving the code for myself in the chat there. Remember the frequency, people. Remember.
1019.
It's one of our longest standing pieces of art right there.
I love it. We used to have physics with it, and it just was eating our performance, and it was not.
Yeah, it's not glowing.
It was not needed. I remember.
Oh, this went out too.
Oh, hey, thanks for noticing. Sean and Dan spent way too long making these things stop working also, which
Cool.
I appreciate. Using chat for your notes is not cheating. It's totally fair. I think getting the concept art for the missing final eyes added the most to my gray hairs. Well, Krim, luckily for you, we got a lot more. You're gonna show all our flaws here. just show how shitty she is.
Just having fun.
Honestly, dude, if you play this at full volume, she's scary. Like, you can't do that anymore.
I don't know. Just checking it. It's still working. Get me out of here.
Wait, can you go up onto that, go up, let her come over here, and see if you can go up onto the blue locker and see if what she'll do. Right
Where?
there, that blue locker, go up on it. Like, you walked on it right there. Yeah. What happens? I think you break line of sight.
Yeah,
Cool, I guess we could just look at her for a hot minute while we
check it out, folks.
Yeah, look how good our AI is. Don't worry, you guys. We're gonna be really buffing it, as you as these youngsters say. Oh man,
Look at that smile, though.
I know, she is so cute.
Oh, look at the defense. See her arms?
She's clapping.
Yeah, no, I'm out of juice.
We better go get it.
Anyone remember the code?
1019.
I know it.
Get to it.
Look at that.
Can you get there?
Yeah. Come back.
I don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna break it. Yep.
Whoa!
I knew it.
Oh!
I knew it.
Holy smokes.
We're doing out of bounds gaming here.
Whoa! We're in space. Fret in space here. I'm getting pulled back though.
Are you?
Oh, interesting.
It's trying to put you back through.
And I'm out of juice.
Well, this is one of the reasons why we added a checkpoint here. So, facepalm. I mean, to be fair,
No, this is why
this
you
is
do it.
exactly like I already knew. I already knew it was gonna happen because of the way you're gonna have to hit load checkpoint because we don't have a death box. That's what the game looks like from underneath.
Don't show anything.
Stop showing it. You gotta reload.
Cool. Log it. Put it in Jira.
Clip it. I guess we'll probably be getting a few more negative reviews after that. After that one.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, the best part is we got the basketball back then.
Oh, Ryan's pumped on the basketball. Now, what happens when you kick the basketball at the missing?
That's what I'm worried about. It's gonna get stuck.
Now you got it in a corner.
Alright.
Bad game devs go to the void prison. I like that we call it the void, though.
Frequency change.
They're breaking their own game. I mean, we've broken. Look at those frames, though, huh? Oh, that was tight. Nice job. I love this zone so much.
Oh, this can't be good.
You gotta break your own game to make a few omelets, right? If anyone's wondering, this is by far, I think this is my favorite soundtrack in the game. What's the realm thing called? We just call it nightmare mode. It's not really what it's called, but that's what we call it. What are you looking at?
Is that inventory? No, that's a piece of lore.
Yeah. You haven't seen that yet, huh?
No, just not.
This is Ryan's first time playing.
I don't usually round the corner to that couch.
Well, this can't be good is my favorite one-liner. We contemplated giving... Oh, actually, this is a really fun fact. So, if you turn the corner, don't like... Sure. So, I made this cool, like, set piece here. I love our, like, some of our destructive scenes that we have, and I was watching people play this, and they were, like, sprinting through, and they were missing it every time. So I added... Thank you, Sean, for sending me this tutorial on how to do this, but I added a functionality that automatically looks at it. So I'm looking at the ground,
So good.
and it automatically points my character's head in the right direction, which I'm going to be doing a lot more of versus like taking over control. We'll be just kind of pointing your head in the right spot.
Did someone just see a hurdy-gurdy?
Woohoo! Woo! Oh! Woo! I'm going to turn this down while we're in here because it is aggressive in here for sure. Yeah, this is kind of where the tides turn a little bit, I think, in terms of like the tone of the game.
Yeah, Rita says, you guys made amazing work on this room. I felt so distressed when I got there, like I've never felt while playing horror games.
I love that.
We appreciate that feedback.
There's a really fun Easter egg in Oreo's locker, by the way. So there's a fun one there. Not without getting into it, but got kind of a fun one over here. And then
Pose.
the what? Oh, T-pose. That's right. And then I also, for Jake, we got a little fun guy up there too.
Too cute.
Just putting little figurines of them in there.
I want one.
Right? Who doesn't?
I want the whole set.
And then I guess just because Sean's here, everybody give it up for the sound effects guy. They're incredible. They've got an awesome YouTube channel. If you guys are interested in sound design for Unreal Engine, all sorts of other things, go check him out. He's the best. He's also almost 40. to be
So, go easy with the skippity rees.
Go easy on him in chat, okay? You said it. Oh, we're not far behind you, bud. Oh man, that's funny. Petition to change the Hurdy Squeak? No, not doing it. Not many people have noticed this detail because it kind of blends in with the colors, but there's a small change to this poster, which I think is pretty fun.
What, that's been shredded?
Well, the words change also.
Yeah, and the color seems a little different.
Yeah, so just, the little things, you guys. And this effect that Kobo made is so sick. I love it. Skibbity Riz. Incredible. And look at that. That's Don't Fret. So without reading anything, it took us an hour. We were just chatting with the team, so it kind of like took place of our lore reading to go do some Q&A. So, yeah. I'll play our credits because they're fun. But yeah, that's the demo, y'all. Listen, we have some really fun stuff planned for the demo. We have some talks with the team on how to try to update this demo as we progress with development in the real game, and I think it's going to be something really cool where you guys will have the ability to give your input and try out some of the things that we have going on while we're working on it. So the demo is going to sort of be a living, breathing demo that may or may not evolve, and maybe someday the cafeteria will open up and you'll get to go down there. I didn't say it, but maybe. Was that the new Fortnite update? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you guys, thank you guys for coming and asking questions and hanging out, and it's been a lot of fun. We actually have Don't Fret work to do outside of this, so we got a big whiteboard, and you need a whiteboard to get shit done. I'm serious. Look at this. That's the big whiteboard. It's probably covered up by the microphone. But anyway, you guys, thank you for being here, and hope you guys enjoyed Don't Fret. If everybody in the chat right now could go play through Don't Fret one more time and take some screenshots of your favorite set pieces and tag us on Twitter and post them in Discord. We love all that stuff. So
Thanks, y'all.
all right.
Talk
Sigma
soon.
Riz. Is that a bad thing? I hope it's not.
No.
Okay, good. All right. Bye, guys. I gotta figure out how to turn this off, though.